Hey, Jules Bliss Vegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those who are new, I know you can benefit. So, you know, they say like super intelligent people always wear the same kind of clothes? Call me smart. But I tend to have a lot of white t-shirts on this channel, right? Just because it's so easy for me to just throw on one of my husband's t-shirts when I'm doing housework or taking care of the animals and then just switch back into my real clothes. I know, too funny. Anyway, what I really wanted to talk about was the importance of being a responsible vegan, and that is in knowing where our food's coming from. So I've been watching this documentary, and it's actually broken into a series, but it's called Rotten, and it's the story behind our food. And man, some of them are hard to take. Episode 3 that I was watching was on garlic, and apparently there's just been like major drama in the garlic world. Who knew? But basically what it was is that China produces 91% of the garlic in the world. And then, of course, the United States is next. But the United States imports 41% of that 91%, just for our little 330,000 people here, when there's an entire world, and we take almost half of all the garlic in the world. Really? And they said it's because of the popularity of different food shows. And like Emeril Lagasse and stuff, who I got to meet, of course, encouraging garlic. And so garlic in itself isn't that much of a problem. There was a lot of controversy. California produces the majority of the United States garlic, and second to that is New Mexico. But apparently there was a big trade war regarding it and a lot of scandal and things like in 2016. But in investigating all of that, what was sad was to see that in China, in very poor provinces, they're having people work, 12 to 14-hour days to get that garlic, and they don't get paid very much to do it. And then even worse than that, they found out that they were using prisoners, of course against their will, to peel the garlic. And that is because the United States primarily prefers peeled garlic. So if you're eating peeled garlic, at the very least, can you maybe choose not to do that and just peel it yourself? Because the peeled garlic coming from the prisoners, they were required to peel 20 kilograms, I think it was kilograms, which is, 20 or 30 pounds or whatever, of garlic a day until they met their quota, which could be 16 hours, 18 hours, 20 hours. And depending on how long you've been in prison, some of the prisoners don't even have fingernails anymore. Their fingernails have literally rotted off from peeling that garlic for us. And then ultimately, they're using their teeth now, which, the whole thing was so horrific. I was like so terrifically sorry for them, just so we could have the convenience. And you know what? It's not that we're even requesting that. We just thought it was a convenience. So like, what's the big deal? I'll just get it peeled and pay a few more cents. But now that you know the backstory, can you please just get whole garlic and break it yourself? Spare some of those prisoners. Anyway, that's all. It's just so important that we know where our food's coming from. People have said to me, just because you're vegan doesn't mean you aren't hurting animals. They have to grow all that food, and you're taking animals' food from them. I don't know if that's true. I'm like, wow. What I do know is, come on. We already know that if we just use the grain and the corn being used to feed livestock, we could literally eradicate all starvation in the world. So I'm not that concerned, but it's definitely an argument to buy local. Make sure you're buying local and know where your things are sourced, so that we're not abusing people in other countries for our convenience. A lot of people resent America already, and I'm getting why. The more I learn about how our food is produced in other countries to meet our needs, when again, we're not even a third of a million. We are just at a third of a billion people. When you think of places like certainly India that has 2.5 billion, China with like 3.5 billion, the majority of the world is in Eurasia. And then here we are consuming almost everything. My gosh, that's what I was learning yesterday on that one regarding the bees and how America is just consuming all that honey And I know people just have cupboards of unused things, but they don't know the physical labor behind it. All right, so anyway, I don't want to freak myself out because I certainly know that choosing to eat a bunch of packaged junk food isn't going to solve these problems. But knowing the backstory and making a better choice, like not getting pre peeled garlic to ease someone's life, is something I can do about it. All right, what do you know about garlic, people? Are you good about not getting pre peeled, or did you not even know the story and you're going to change it? Or is it whatever? What do I care about prisoners in China? I hope that's not true. I mean, we can't help where we were born, right? All right. Like if you like, join us if you haven't. Peace be with you. I'm going to pray for those people in China. And I'm going to pray for less excess in this little United States. I don't think people really know until they go to a different country. I remember when I was in, where was I? I was on my way to New Zealand, and I stopped in Tahiti. I was in Tahiti, and the people were super proud of the 20 items that they had in their store. The shelves were empty. There was a couple items in there, and they were so proud to present them to my liking. I've been places, man, where I've seen how people struggle. I want to honor the planet. All right, until we talk again, my friends, know that you are blessed.